Hello YouTube land, it's Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. I have nothing like sweaters or anything to try on, so I figured I'd sit down and do this episode, or check-in. It is, what is today? October 17th, I think. I figured it's all the littles. I have little things to show you, and a little bit of happy mail. What have I been up to? The weather hasn't been that great. We've been getting the boat out, getting things ready for the winter, getting loads of wood and stacking it all, getting it ready. And actually today it's a really gloomy, I know it doesn't look gloomy, but trust me, it's gloomy, it's yucky, it's raining. I got the fire going and I'm not doing anything but knitting, and I figured I'd get on here and chit chat with you for a little bit. I think I mentioned before that I'm trying to do little itty bitty package decorations for Christmas. So like little ornaments. So that's what I've been doing. Plus I have a sweater on the needles, and I'm crocheting a big, fairly decent sized blanket using blanket yarn. But I'll show you that when that's done. What other things have I been up to? I've been up to making, like I said, these little ornaments. The first one that I made was this little star ornament. Now it's not blocked or stiffened, which I will probably try to do. I'm not sure if I want to stiffen it. You know, I want it to be soft. So this one is, it's a, I think, yeah, free pattern on the blog. So I will leave a link to this pattern. It was really easy. It's using, what does she call it? Puff stitches? Bobble stitches in the middle. And this is, I believe, Lion Brand jeans. So I'm using all like scrappy things that have just a little bit of yarn left. So this was using, and I really love this yarn. Except when you're doing the bobbles, it has a tendency to split. I've never had issues with splitting until I started doing the bobble. Anyway, it's called the Christmas Star Ornament, and it's by Truly Crochet. That's really cute, and it was fast. I think it was like 10 minutes, and so I think I might make a few more of these, but using, I have some other color, or this not Lion Brand jeans. This is Lion Brand Heartland? I think it's Heartland, yeah. So it's got that mottled look, and so I have the other colors too, so I'll try making more of those. So that's cute, that was free. Then I tried this, it's called Woven Stars. If you can take a look, it's like that, and it's a free Ravelry download. Now this is the knit pattern, and I knitted it. So here's my version. She suggests, so this is just an acrylic, I don't know what it is, 2 different colors. I guess that in real life there is a contrast, like quite a contrast. So it's a baby blue and like a baby teal. So I knitted that, and you've been around long enough, you know I'm not, I know everybody says I'm so proficient at knitting, but I'm not. It takes a lot longer for me to knit than it does crochet. Anyway, this is really cute. I was more interested in the construction of this. So it's basically, you create 2 triangles, and then you kind of weave it in and out when you're done, and then seam the back, pin it like with a few stitches, and you got yourself a cute little ornament. Really, really cute. So I thought, oh, I can do this much faster if I crocheted, so I made that. Now, obviously, the width of each triangle in the knitting was wider than what mine is. So I have to try to do, this is the same yarn by the way, I have to try to make the width of the triangle a little thicker so that it closes up this gap. But I thought that was pretty good. All I did was, have you ever done a chevron where you skip 2 stitches and then go into the 3rd and it creates a point? That's all I did on 3 spots, and each section is equal stitches. And then when I get to the point, I just skip 2 stitches. So as you get close, what am I trying to say? The stitch count will be different as you progress through the triangle, and then you take the 2 triangles, interweave them, put a couple of stitches back here so that it that stays together, but basically I think it's really cute, and I'm gonna make a couple more of these crochet ones because they're so fast, but maybe make them thicker. And I find that, see, this is crocheted and this is kind of knit, and I find the crochet, well, I guess you can't tell, but the crochet feels a little stiffer, so to me that might be the way to go, although this kind of looks like petals. So I don't know, I'm gonna play around with this, so I'll do some more of that. I'll leave the link for that knitting pattern. Even if you're not a knitter, because I believe it's free, it's a free Ravelry download. Even if you're not a knitter, just the idea that how she explains how you intertwine them, and then you make your crochet triangles and you're off to the races, right? Made that. Then I made a couple of these. Again, I believe this is a free Ravelry download, Christmas heart ornament. And it's really cute, right? And so I made this one first, but it doesn't really look very Christmassy. It looks more spring-like. And again, this is using, does she call this a bobble stitch or a popcorn stitch, I think. And so it's kind of like raised. And so then I went with the traditional colors, green, red, and yellow. Really cute, and this would look really cute on a gift. So again, another free one, literally 5 minutes, you're done. Really, really easy. I think this was, you got the yellow, which is 1 round, the red, which is another round, and then the green, which is a 3rd round. That's it, 3 rounds, and you're done. This is really, really, really cute. I'm gonna make a bunch of more of those. So did that. I'll leave the links. Then I came across this, and I think it's kind of cheesy, the kind of thing that you do with your children when when you're crafting. But hubby loves this so much, and it is ice skates using paper clips. He loves. I think this is gonna go on his gift, and this is called and there's quite a lot of not tutorials, quite a lot of patterns on Ravelry for ice skates using paper clips, but the one I chose, and it was literally this whole thing, 5 minutes. I think it's 1, 2, 3 rows plus the white. That's it. And I think it's you only got like 7 stitches on the bottom, and then 2 rows of 4. And this was my Paperclip Ice Skate ornament. I'm sorry, let me put this phone on silent. And who is this by? This is by Suzies Yarnie Stuff, and it's on her blog, and I'll leave it. I'll leave the link for that, but isn't that cute? Hubby is totally enamored with this. He thinks it's absolutely adorable. Out of all the ornaments, he thinks these ones are the best ones. Yeah, to each his own, I guess. But anyway, it's cute, and it's literally no more than 5 minutes to create both. So it was really cute. I'll leave a link for that too. And you can use, literally use very little yarn. So, and actually she used furry, like the white is furry, but I couldn't find any. I was too lazy to go downstairs, to be honest with you. So I just used white. I had it beside my couch, so anyway, that's cute. Then, about a year ago, my daughter sent me this. I believe this is a free pattern. Maybe she didn't send me this one. She found it on Pinterest, and she sent it to me. She said, "Can you make me this?" Well, I never got around to it until now. And this is I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to get flagged, but you guys know. And it's by Wayward Pineapple Creations. And I made it. Okay, so the ears are not the best. Isn't that cute? I'm gonna pop this in the mail for her. It's really cute. It was easy. If you know, and this is a great introduction to amigurumi. Like, it teaches you how to make the ball. She does not tell you about the invisible decrease in amigurumi. So an invisible decrease, so when you have to do 2 stitches together in amigurumi, you do the front loop only. So when you're doing the decrease, instead of going through, both sets of V's, you just go through the front loops and do your decrease. And then therefore it doesn't tug, it doesn't make your holes bigger where the decrease is. But he's cute, right? Oh, and I also, between you and me, I made a mistake on this. These are actually little noses. I went downstairs, it was nighttime, I was looking for the little eyes, saw a little bag of them, used them, and then only in the morning that I noticed that they're triangular. See? But I sent her a picture and I said, what do you think? And she didn't say anything, so I'm not saying anything. He's got two little noses for eyes. It is what it is, right? Anyway, so I'll leave a link for that as well. It's really cute. Actually, that website that I got this from, she's got quite a few cute patterns, so I'll leave that. But I believe most of them are paid for, but this one is not. So did that. And by far, my favorite project that I finished was, so I was on Instagram and I saw a post by a knitter. This is knitted, by the way. A knitter called Tellybean Knits, and it's called the Boneyard Sweethearts. And I believe it's a free pattern. I don't know if it was a free pattern for a short period of time, but when I got it, it was a free pattern. I'll leave the link. Anyway, I love this. Look at this. So, as I mentioned before, I'm trying to learn stranded knitting. Look, it fits. Not like the other stuff that I made. It fits. Now, I've also, and the reason it fits is I've learned to pick up the unused strand of yarn and just kind of like carry it, but making the floats shorter so that it has more stretch. When you make your floats bigger, there's not much stretch. So I learned that. I also did this carrying one color in one hand and one color in the other hand. That was a game changer because it just went so much faster. So I was throwing with one hand and picking with the other. Love it so much that I have another two color stranded knitting hat project on the go. And I will practice the two color practice until I can feel confident in figuring out how to do 3 and more colors. But right now I'm happy with this. So happy, oh my goodness. And this was using, this is the burgundy color is a Sheldrake Yarns, which is a Canadian company. I believe it's a farm, and the color, and it's 100% saw DK Merino, and the color's wine, and the other one, the white, is the Estelle double knit, colors Q65505. So it's just a basic beige or off color white, off white. Anyway, love that. The other thing that I didn't do that I should have done was started off with a smaller needle than what it called for in the ribbing, and then gone up a size because the ribbing is a little loose. Oh, and the last time I was showing you double knitting, somebody asked, don't mind my palm, I tie my palms, I just bow tie. Somebody asked to see the floats. Oh, look at this. They're not perfect, but I am so pleased with them. Pretty nice, even floats. I think I did, the maximum amount that I would jump is 4 stitches for me, and that feels comfortable, and it gives it allows stretch. So again, I'll leave the link for that, and I love this so much, so much. As a matter of fact, I sent a picture of it to my daughter, and I think I've mentioned before, I have 3-step grandchildren, 3-step grandboys. But we don't like the word step, so we're gonna use just grandsons. Anyway, and she says that they would all love to wear, they'd fight for this. So maybe I'll make a couple more in like different colors, and they can, maybe like a neon green or something, I don't know. I think it's cute, so cute, I love it so much. I'd have to make it a little bigger because this one fits me perfectly, and as I've mentioned before, I have a small head. So that's all I've done. Oh, actually no. Do you remember me talking about getting the punch needle kit for weaving in the ends, right? And so I've got this whole kit, excuse me, and so I thought, why don't I play with it? So I watched some YouTube videos, But I didn't have any, what do they call that? The batting or the felt, whatever. So this was the kit, right? And so I went downstairs and dug out a couple of Christmas ornaments, right? So I have a Christmas tree, a star, and a heart. Just cookie ornament, or cookie cutters, I should say. And I started playing, started with the heart. And the first yarn that I had on hand was this paint box that I made my daughter's sweater out of, which is 100% acrylic. But it's kind of, I remember I said it's gonna pill. Well, you want that kind of stuff for felting, right? I didn't think you could felt acrylic, but you can. So I put the yarn, just squished it in there, and then poke, 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 and I got myself a little heart. It's a felted heart. Look at that. So cute. You could just string some string and it could be an ornament. And then I tried another yarn, but this is what it looks like when it's like the yarn itself was multicolored. Now this needs some finishing. I'm not sure about this craft, to be honest with you. It might be a little too finicky for me because you have to really go back and finish it, right? It's great to use the cookie cutters, but you have to finish it. And I'll show you why. So this is just, as you can see, it's just, I just laid a bunch of yarn in there, and it's acrylic, and I just went boom, 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 and then until it became pretty dense. So I made that, and then I made, and this one is acrylic as well. I made the star, but as you can see, this is just rolled up yarn, and I just poke, 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 poke. By the way, use the leather finger covers, because I poked myself a few times. It's not fun, but you can see the yarn, right? And the more you poke, and it has to be a yarn similar to like the keys. You can see it's kind of very loosely twisted, and like this. Like this is, I believe, Lion Brand Thick and Quick, but you see how Thick and Quick is kind of like fluffy, like it pulls apart. That's what you want for felting. So I did that, and then I had an actual wool. I had just a tiny little bit of hand-dyed wool, and it was a thick yarn. But this is what you're dealing with, right? And so now, as you can see, I have to go and kind of like finish it off with a needle and get that poked in there. But you get that to be a good little ornament, right? Once it finishes off, I put a little string, and that's a cute ornament. And then I tried the Christmas tree. And again, this is a wool, a tiny little bit of hand-dyed wool, and I put this, the Thick and Quick, for the base. So obviously I still need to work on this because you can definitely see the yarn, right? So you got to keep working it until it, it doesn't resemble yarn until it's felted. But at the same time, I went on Amazon. I want to make a little felted sheep. I went on Amazon. I don't know what I'm buying. So I bought, it's a bunch of, all I saw was a picture of a bunch of fleece or whatever it's called. I don't know, what is it? Felting wool, or I don't think it's wool. It's got to be acrylic, right? Because it was really cheap. So and I got this bag. So there's not enough white in here to make a decent sized sheep. So I thought, I was going to go and buy just white. And there was this listing for a kilo of white for like 30 bucks. And I don't know, is that good? But I didn't want to spend the 30 bucks, so I thought, why don't I play with it first, see if I can make something, and if I like it, then I'll go buy the kilo of white. Still not sure if I'm gonna buy the white, but I did make myself, oh my goodness, a felted mushroom. All these needle artists are rolling over going, oh woman. But I think he's kind of cute, right? And he's even got the curved, so I have to say that this was easier to do than getting these smooth, because I don't know why, the felt is already fairly smooth, and it takes better, it absorbs better the needles, right? So this takes a long time, just poke and poke. But if you got nothing else, right, this will be good. The yarn will be fine. But I think he's adorable. This is gonna go on my tree. I'm not giving this one. This one actually took me a couple of hours to do, but I think he's adorable. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick with this, but it was fun to play with. So maybe I'll get a felted sheep, maybe I won't. Who knows? Anyway, that's what I've been up to. Now I have some happy mail that I want to share with you. The first is, someone named Kristen ordered a bag from me, and I sent it to her. And as a thank you, she's in the United States, and she went to the Canadian Mary Maxim website and ordered me some yarn, so that it didn't have to come over the border or anything. It's coming from the Canadian location to me. And she sent me 6 balls of this. And it is Mary Maxim Natural Alpaca. This is so nice, so nice. Now, the funny thing is, the day she sent me the email with the tracking number of the shipment, so I got alpaca fluff, I was shopping on Mary Maxim. This exact same yarn, exact same color, was in my cart the day that I got the email. I'm going, okay, I don't have to pay for that. Thank you, Kristen, so much. It was so not necessary, but it's gonna be a sweater for me. Definitely gonna be a sweater for me. I love this. It's a little fluffy, like, you know, it kind of like, it's alpaca, right? It does that, makes your nose kind of want to sneeze a little bit, but I love it. Thank you, Kristen. Not necessary, but so greatly appreciate it. And it just goes to show you, either you guys know me or we have similar tastes, because this was in my cart. Thank you. Oh, and this color, this is alpaca. It's a number 4, but I think it's a light 4, a very light 4, maybe a thick 3. And the color is gray, and it's got tweedy bits, which is great. So it's 77 acrylic, 20% alpaca, and 3% viscose. So I'm assuming the viscose is the little tweedy bits. It's great. Love it. Love it. Okay, and the last piece of mail that I have, and we're at, oh my goodness, already 22 minutes. I've been babbling way too much. I received an envelope from Judy's Creations in Crochet. Judy's a fellow Canadian, and she's got a great little podcast. I will leave a link for Judy down below. I've been watching her. I don't know why I never shouted her out. But anyway, she was cleaning out her craft room, and she came across some fabric and thought, Debbie could use it, and I absolutely could. So she sent me little pieces of cotton fabric. Look at this. These are big pieces. To me, these are not scraps. And look, this is actual stiff cotton. Look at that. So thank you, Judy. That was unnecessary, but I love scrappy anything. So thank you. It will be going to good use. Anyway, we're at just under 25 minutes, so I think that's it. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week and month, and we will talk soon.